the win totals, the revised win totals heading into the season are out, Seth, for Major League Baseball. And this is low going into the season. And I know this because every year I bet on the Astros, and I've gone over the last several years, and more often than not, it's worked out. But this is the lowest heading into the season number that I can remember in a long, long time. And it's actually gone up since spring training started. For whatever reason, the Astros, who are viewed as a coin flip chance to make the playoffs, yes, minus 120, no, minus 110. That's the amount you would have to wager to win $100. So it's basically a little over 50-50. They make the postseason. 85.5 wins.
You know what, Sean? It's a win for you, I think. If you and I kind of disagree a little bit on how much to read into spring training results.
Yep.
But you, because you enjoy life and are a hopeful person,
right,
you read into them and you say, look, the Astros performed very well on the pitching side of things, especially.
Yeah.
That maybe that's enough. There's enough data, enough of a sample size that they're looking at that pitching staff, and they don't know what. Nobody knew what to think of Imai necessarily until you'd seen him start to pitch to major league ball players. You didn't know what to think necessarily of Mike Burrows with his limited major league experience, but the sum total of it all is that it looks like they might have a more competitive pitching staff than people wanted to give them credit for 6 or 7 weeks ago. Good job, Sean.
Thank you. Yeah, well, yeah, great. The odds, all I did was talk the number up a little bit. But I'm already on the under. I'm not bullish on the Astros this season.
The competitiveness of the West might be the biggest thing to be concerned about there. You could look at it, the Astros in isolation. Are they better than you thought they were? Yeah. But it looks like the A's might be a competitive team this year.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
It's bad enough that the Astros have never had to share a division with a team as good as the Mariners are right now.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire run that they had going back to the first World Series, they haven't had to share the division with a team that's been remotely in their league until the last couple of years, where it's become more competitive. And that's all it's been the last couple of years, is just more competitive. Even last year, the Mariners didn't run away with the division last year. They won by 3 games. They won 90 games. When the Astros were at their peak, 95 wins was a down year for them during the golden era there. They were routinely over 100 wins. This Mariners team is capable of that. Like that, they've never had to be in a division with it. They've never had to be in a division with a team that is viewed as nearly on the talent level as the elite level Astro teams.
What's the over/under on the Rangers and the A's?
Let me pull that up. I actually kept it in my inbox.
Rangers were an even 500 last year at 81 and 81.
Okay, here we go. These are the I'll do the whole AL West. The Mariners are 90.5. So again, if you're just tuning in, the Astros season win total 85.5.
It's exactly where they were. They were at 90. They won 90 games last year.
The Mariners did. Yep, that's right. The A's, who are just under Athletics, oh, wow. Might be some value here.
Yeah.
75.5. Could be some value.
They're a better team this year than they were last year.
I think they are too. They got a good lineup, and they play in that bandbox. So if you're going to be, they've got a lineup. Garrett, the web guy, right on cue, was texting us earlier when we were giving the A's some love, and he said they've got 3 guys that are easily going to hit over 30 home runs.
They had 76 wins last year.
Okay, so they're right around their number also. And I think they might be better this year. Boy, there might be. I hate betting over on a team in the division, but money's money. You asked about the Rangers as well. 83.5. What did they win last year?
They were 81 and 81 last year.
Okay, so everybody's right around their number that they were last year. Just to round it out, the Los Angeles Angels, 70.5. They're terrible.
They were 72 and 90 last
year. Okay, so everybody's within like 2 games of whatever their number was last year. So there you go. So, yeah, I just think, boy, I would go over on Seattle. I would go over on the Athletics. And I'm under on the Astros. I am just not bullish on the season as a whole. I know you said that I'm feeling optimism about the pitching staff, but I just don't know that top to bottom this is a team that's talented enough to compete in the American League to get into the postseason. They'll compete to get into the postseason. I just know they're good. I don't know if they're good enough to actually do it.
I just part of it too is that I can't go into this year saying what I did each of the last couple of years, where I would say, well, they can't possibly be as injured this year as they were last year. But now I've been beaten down.
Lesson.
I've been beaten down. Yeah. I don't have that optimistic attitude that Sean T. Pendergast does. And I'm saying you're optimistic as you're taking the under on the Astros.
I know.
You pessimistic bastard.
That's what I'm saying. I'm very conflicted because I'm on now. Granted, that under 84.5 ticket I got before I watched Imai and Burrows, and I expect Hunter Brown to have a good year. I'll make that point here in a second. So I got that ticket before. I'm not going to put any more on them on the under, but we'll see. Here are my 4 player prop bets or futures bets for the season that I really, really like. Carlos Correa, his number for RBIs, 57.5. 57.5 for the season. Mm-hmm. Carlos Correa, who's going to be batting in the middle of the order, right? He'll probably be like the 5-hole hitter, right? Because I'm guessing it goes, Pena, Altuve's going to be in the 3-hole, Jordan's in there somewhere. I don't know if they're going to be a great offensive team like the elite Astro teams. They got a lot of guys that can hit, though.
It's 57.5.
57.5.
So in 2024 he had 54.
Okay.
Last year he had 52. Mm-hmm. I would feel comfortable, like you said, being in the middle of that lineup.
Yeah.
Or being at that spot in the lineup.
Yes.
I don't want to say that lineup like the all 9 is incredible or anything.
No.
But being there in that lineup, but also theoretically staying healthier, playing third base, and just and getting a boost to his batting that might be very real because it's not as physically taxing playing third base. I would take the over on that.
And RBI is based largely on what you got batting in front of you. He's just got better players in front of him than he did in Minnesota the last 2 years. So, and I know he was here for the last couple months, whatever. Jeremy Pena under 65.5 RBIs. And here's why. Jeremy Pena is going to bat leadoff for this. Well, first of all, if there's injuries, then under is, then the under gets even more tasty. And, Pena, I know he missed a bunch of games because he got beamed. He can't control that. But he had the oblique injury at the end of the year last year. We don't know if he's going to miss some games to start the season yet or not. I suppose we'll find out. Well, we'll know by Thursday, I guess. But here's a big reason why under 65.5 RBIs, Seth, and I know Pena became much more of a power threat this last year, or more of a run producer. I can't trust the bottom part of that order to get on base in front of him to give him RBI opportunities all that much. Right now, the bottom third of the order is Zach Cole or Joey Loperfido, Jake Myers, and we don't know what Cam Smith is yet. To me, if you're betting on the over on 65.5, you think Cam Smith is going to be, you think that you've got more optimism about the offense you're going to get out of the outfield than the average person does. So
boy, remember that last year when they moved him to leadoff? He was on a tear. In his first 34 games, he hit 358 with 6 home runs.
Yep. And he's going to be doing that all year now. So or batting leadoff all year. I don't think he'll be hitting 358 all year, but he figured some things out last year. But I just think
he doesn't hit 358. He's a bum.
He's a bum.
That's what I say.
Trade him. The last 2. These are player prop bets for the Astros that I've already gotten on. Hunter Brown over 12 wins. I think he had 11 wins last year, maybe, and he had horrible luck at times when it came to offense behind him and things like that. Guys blowing saves.
I'll hit that over all day long.
Over 12 wins on Hunter Brown. He's one of the top 5 pitchers in baseball. Last one, Josh Hader, under 31.5 saves. Mm-hmm. I'm betting on injury right here. And I know Hader, until last year, was an Iron Man, never got injured. But the injury last year, combined with the aggravation of his biceps in spring training, and really not having a timeline on when he's coming back, 31 and a half saves for a team that's forecasted to win 85 games. Mm-hmm. He needs to play the entire team. He misses 2 or 3 weeks. He's behind the 8 ball on that number big time already.
Yeah. So that's just a simple logistical bet on your part.
Yeah. Just I think they're going to be at best an average baseball team, and they're going to have to play in a slew of 1-run games for him to save over 31.5 games if they're a mid-80s win team. So those are my that's your free money for the day, people. You're welcome. free money, just giving it away here on Sports Radio 6.
It's nice that you're generous with
philanthropy, is what they call that.
We've helped people save a lot of money between our work with Ownwell, but then also the Find My Property deal that you can do. Any state you've ever lived in, go back to their state's website for Find My Property. I always forget what the one in Texas is called, but I unearthed $8 from Pennsylvania.
Did you get it yet?
I got it. I got my $8 check.
Okay.
It was a banner day in the Payne household.
It was a check. It was an actual.
You know what? It was disappointing too because I think Pennsylvania was the one I went through. Every couple of years I do it because something will show up. It's some kind of rebate you got or something. So Pennsylvania. This was because my agent was based in Pennsylvania back when I played football.
Okay.
So this is from something from like 20 years ago.
Oh, your crooked agent was hiding $8 from you.
$8, yeah.
You hear these sob stories all the time in the NFL. Guys going broke.
And I got 120, but sometimes you can't figure out what it's from or anything. Sometimes it's like an insurance premium refund.
Yeah.
I don't know what that $8 came from, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to live large with that $8.
So I've only done it in Texas. So if I go back,
any state you've ever lived in,
okay.
And then sometimes I don't think I've ever gotten one in a state that I didn't live in, but I got like $125 coming from Florida, and I don't know until I get the check exactly what it was for.
How many states have you lived in?
I think just 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that would explain. I'm like, Pennsylvania was your agent. You just said that. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Pennsylvania was. Yeah, so now because I struck gold in Pennsylvania,
right?
Now I'm venturing out into the other territories, and I searched. I searched Washington, or excuse me, I searched Oregon the other day, just because I've got a kid in college there, so maybe there was something that fell by the wayside.
Nothing though.
No dice.
Nothing.
No.
You're like Yukon Cornelius and Rudolph, and you stick your pick in there and you see if there's any gold on the end of it, and you just lick the end of it. You're like, no, nothing.
Yeah.
That's what Oregon was.
It's hard work.
Oh,
A lot of Americans aren't tough enough to put in the time anymore like I am.
That's right.
Going to round up the various, nearly $10 that I have laying around in some places.
Navy SEALs, first responder, Seth Payne digging for gold in them there hills.
If you factor in all of the other states I've searched, and the money that I've gotten just in the last couple weekends.
What is your time worth?
Probably working out to about $4 an hour.
Yeah,
I think
minimum wage.
It's like Brandy asked me to do something. I'm working in here,
dude.
I'm working,
but the dopamine hit on the few states where there is one.
It is. It's like playing the slots.
Yeah.
I am. I'm kind of like, okay, let's see South Dakota.
Yes.
Well, we got South Dakota.
Yes.
On to North Dakota.
Oh my God.